Welcome to Raw Talent with your host, Mz Tink. Welcome to Raw Talent. Welcome to Raw Talent with your host, Mz Tink. Welcome to Raw Talent. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the RawTalentShow. I am your host, Mz Tink, author and poet. Remember to build someone up instead of breaking them down today. You never know. You might just be their saving grace. This episode of Raw Talent is about your ego being so big that you fuck up relationships before they have a chance to take off. My question is, if you had recently had your heart broken and you met the one, would you give the one a chance, or would your ego make you lose out on the person that you were destined to be with? Whose ego hurts them the most, men or women? Shout out to all those fighting the cancer battle, whether it be breast cancer or lung cancer or stomach cancer. I want to take a minute and just acknowledge your strength and say, don't give up. To everyone supporting these survivors of cancer, I commend you for your strength and support. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so ladies, make sure you go and get your boobs checked on a regular. Early detection is very important. You can tune into Raw Talent on SoundCloud, Anchor, Buzzsprout, TuneIn, Spotify, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, Castbox, Podcast, Podbean, Podchaser, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Spreaker Podcast Radio. You can also purchase my poetry books and novels on Amazon by simply looking up Mz Tink. That is Mz space Tink. Let's get into our upcoming events. Raw Talent Volumes 1, 2, and 3 are available for purchase not only on Amazon and Kobo, but I also have signed copies. Love Girls, my new release, is now available on Amazon and Kobo. I also have Raw Talent tees for $15 each. Head over to YouTube and check out Snuff McGee and Friends on Irrelevance in the Dungeon. Check out his website. You can cop tees, sweatshirts, and even phone cases at snuffmcgeeandfriends.com. That's SNUFFMAGEE and friends.com. Also follow Snuff McGee and Friends on Instagram. Remember to like and subscribe to his page. Looking for a real estate agent? Have credit issues and no down payment? No problem. Contact Latrina Monroe, realtor and credit repair specialist. You can contact her via phone at 804-621-5574 or by email at latrinamonroe.realtor.com. That is 804-621-5574 or by email at CLATRINAMONROE.realtor.com. Don't forget to check out the Berry Farmer Morning Show and the Special K Report on 101.1 The Fam every week. Brave Eats is always offering tasty soul food on the go. Place your order today by texting 804-519-7788. Orders must be placed the day before. That number again is 804-519-7788. November the 1st, Listening Sessions and Raw Talent presents Neo Soul Spoken Word Networking Event at the Nutty Buttery, located at 701 West Clay Street. Doors open at 7 p.m. This is a free event. There will be $5 margaritas, $1 wings, and 2 for $5 tacos, with music and poetry to vibe to. Our special guest for the evening is 16s, an up-and-coming Richmond artist that brings the show every time he's in the building. So come out and network. It's all about making connections. You can sign up in advance or at the door to get raw on the mic. It's up to you. Hope to see you there. Tisha Lasane will be at Boogaloo's every first and third Friday for open mic. Showtime is at 8 p.m. Come out and enjoy this soulful experience. November the 2nd, Garnett Bowden will be a panelist at the Music Matters networking event from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Sliders Bar and Grill, 1112 East Main Street, Richmond, Virginia, 23219. November the 2nd, Self-Image Management presents Club Teasers, Philadelphia, DM Self-Image Management, one word for details. November the 9th at 5 p.m., City Church will be hosting Poets in the City at 4700 Oakley's Lane. Come and check out a night of talent. November the 21st, Natural Born Artist presents Raw Artist Stellar It's an amazing showcase of talent from the RVA area. It doesn't stop and start with spoken word. I'm talking physical art, contemporary, makeup, you name it, they have it. So on November the 21st, this event will be at the Hippodrome Theater, 528 North 2nd Street. You can get tickets to this event for $22.50 online by visiting my website at rawartist.com/Mz Tink. That's rawartist.com/MZTINK. Get yours now. This is predicted to be one of the biggest showcases this year. You don't want to miss it. November the 29th, Black Connections is hosting their first annual Black Business Expo from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Crossroads Art Center. There's a lot of information and ways to be involved, even if you can't physically be there. So head over to their website, blackconnectionsllc.com, and check it out. On December the 11th, Pride Before the Fall, Book 2 in my newest urban series will be released on Amazon and Kobo. If you haven't gotten your copy of Love Girls, get yours today so you'll be all caught up. January the 13th, Mz Tink's first author showcase will be at the Verona Library, 1875 New Market Road, from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. The entry is free, and I will be doing giveaways, so come get raw with me. As we're headed into the giving season, not saying we shouldn't give all year, but this time of year, we tend to put extra emphasis on it. Crave Success is encouraging each and every one of us to give. Every year, Crave Success hosts a Crave Giving. Partnering with the Salvation Army and Boys and Girls Club, they are asking that you support the youth in our community by donating $2. All donations go towards the Crave Giving event. Simply cash app at least $2 to Crave Success 14. That is $KRAVESUCCESS 14. Thanks for giving. Keep a lookout for the giveaways in December. And in the season of giving, in December, Mz Tink will be giving you free copies of her already published books. So I just need you to check out my author page, https://amazon.com/author/Mz Tink. And each week it will be a different book being given away. I will be posting also on my Instagram, mztink.rawtalent, and I will have the link. May God continue to bless each and every one of you in your journey through life. I challenge you to take care of yourself as good as you take care of those around you. With that being said, let's get raw.
Let's get raw. Let's get raw. Let's get raw. Let's get raw. Let's get raw.
Let's get raw.
Let's get raw.
Let's get raw. Let's get raw. Let's get raw.
Ego tripping. Exterior made up of feminine woes. Breast and ass, my sass, it flows. The interior is a combination of sugar and spice. But as the saying goes, everything that glitter ain't gold and everything sweet ain't nice. Boss mentality. Cause you won't punk, play, or fucking try to carry me. Hidden behind my sense of security. Most would say a woman's scorned. I said, hell, I've been moved on, but I won't move back. I said barriers intact, financially providing for me, feeding me. The only thing I need from you is a fuck, you see. No time for the drama. Say that shit for your baby mama. I'm not answering questions regarding my whereabouts. Nigga, I am out. I'm doing me, free as can be. Need nor want air nigga to do shit for me. You won't claim shit. Hell, you ain't even go hit. So stay in your lane. Those days of pampering and primping niggas just so you can dip, just so you can go fuck the next bitch, it's over. I'm done with that shit. Single and fucking loving it. The problem is, in that world, you lack so much shit. The same nigga you don't need, you need to fill voids. Cold nights, you need to be held tight. My struggle can be our struggle. It's all about loving the right brother, finding the right mate. The one that's going to love you with their mind and their emotions. Who is proud to be the one chosen. See, us overly independent chicks don't get this. A man can't be the man unless you let him take a stand. You can't beat up his ego, scold his pride, drag him through the dirt, and then think he gonna ride. We can't curse him out and then send him into this world of doubt, this world of sin, this world of flesh. Then hell, he gonna find his comfort in between her breasts. You have to support your king so he can uphold the throne. Even though it may be hard, shut up and leave that man the fuck alone. Let him breathe, let him be. This is as real as it can be. Put your past pride and ego to the side. There are fruit that will do right by you. So, ego tripping. If you want the poem, you can find it in my third book, Relationship Rigmarole. For the question of today, if I recently had my heart broken, would I give the next person that came along the opportunity, even if they were the person I was destined to be with? I think I would, but I would take my time. I would really proceed with caution, literally. I believe that women and men equally, their egos hurt them, because once your pride has been broken, once your heart has been broken, once you put your all and your trust into somebody, man or woman, it's just hard to see the good in the next person. And the key to it, in my opinion, is you have to let go of the hurt and not make the next person hold the burdens of your last person. Because I've been in a relationship where I didn't particularly do anything to the individual, but being that they have been through so many different situations with different people and they've been promised so many different things, they tended to react in a way to protect themselves. But they were protecting themselves from something that they didn't need to protect themselves from, because I wouldn't do what the other people had done. And a lot of times that itself can ruin a relationship. It can cause you to have problems that you're creating yourself instead of you just letting the stuff unfold. To me, hurt is a part of growth. Like, you have to be hurt to know what love is, to know what to do and not to do. So we all, as a collective, men and women, need to set our pride aside sometimes and just focus on the current situation. And if you can't set your hurt aside, that's in relationships, in co-parenting, in any situation that you have, period, in life, then you need to take a step back and reevaluate yourself and heal yourself. And a lot of people think they can get in relationships and they can heal while they're in the relationship. No, you need to take time out to heal yourself by yourself. You can't put a broke piece of glass on a solid window and think that the window is going to function with that broke piece of glass. No, the broke piece of glass does not fit. So unless you are whole, then you can't make a relationship whole. So my advice would be to work on your ego, work on your pain, face it. You got to look in the mirror and say, hey, like, okay, even though I was hurt in this relationship, that doesn't mean that the next one will be the same way. Or also, not or, but also look at your faults in that relationship. Don't make the same mistakes twice. Deal with things differently. Everybody is not the same. We were all put here to be individuals. And that's my take on it. Want to be a guest on the next roundtable discussion? DM me, Mz Tink, RawTalent on Instagram. We discuss any and everything with no judgment. Be the raw, real, uncut, and unfiltered you. All opinions matter. Let's hear what you have to say.
Hello, this is Maraka. Thank you so much for all your hard work, Mystique, and all this raw talent. Thank you so much for your advice.
Thanks for listening, Maraka. Thanks for the encouraging words and support. Please continue to follow me in my journey, and I will do the same. This week, we have a special guest here with us to discuss her brand and her ego. It's quite different from shows that we've done before because we don't have people calling in this episode. Sorry, guys. I wanted to open up a new segment and a new raw venture. So we have the Raw Talent Experience. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, RawTalentShow with Mz Tink. Every event in the RVA area that Raw Talent is at is on my channel. So if you miss an event, you can still tune in. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever Raw Talent Experience. This is Mz Tink, and bringing you up close and personal information on your local businesses, artists. The sky's the limit. Anybody who has a craft or an endeavor that they're launching on that they want to share with the world, I'm here to bring it to your front door. So today we have Patrick Lee's Catering in the building, and I'm here with the one and only founder, CEO, owner, illustrator. She's out here doing her thing, making meals. Um, let's introduce you to the people. What is your name?
My name is Chae Valere, but better known as Chae.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how old are you, and how did you start Patrick Lee's Catering?
I am born and raised in Richmond, Virginia. I'm 29. I'll be 30 in January. Um, so basically, Patrick Lee's Catering. That is my dad who passed away 3 years ago.
My condolences.
I was inspired. That inspired me. Mainly because my dad was one of my biggest supporters. I don't care what I brought to him, any idea I had, he was behind me 100%. It didn't matter how crazy it may have sounded. He pumped me up. He boosted me. So him passing was very unexpected. And I just basically wanted something where I can continue a legacy basically in his name. So I just discovered over the last few years, like I said, about 3 or 4 years ago, that I really felt passionate about cooking. I love to cook. I like to cook. I like to try new recipes and stuff. And like I said, with my dad passing, it was unexpected, and I grieved for a while. Still am, but I thought about him, and he was always heavy on my mind. So I came up with Patrick Lee's Catering, and eventually it will be Patrick Lee's Restaurant and Bar or whatever, something like that. It's gonna be a restaurant, but it's gonna be in his name. I'm gonna keep that going in his name.
So he liked food.
My daddy loved food. My daddy loved to eat. when when I was a baby, he used to feed me the craziest stuff.
Can you give us an example of something that he do you incorporate any of the things that he's fed you when you were younger into your menu when you're doing catering events? Like giving people a taste of who Patrick is.
Um, n- Not yet, but my plan is I'm working on um coming up with a signature dish in his name. I just don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. But to answer your question, one of the things that he used to feed me when I was a baby was oodles and noodles and hot dogs with cheese in
I
it.
think about every black household in Richmond that had that, maybe across the United States.
Yeah, so that was one of the biggest things. But yeah, my daddy, he could throw down too. My daddy could cook.
Could you imagine though catering an event and serving oodles and noodles with hot dogs and cheese? Could you imagine that? Do you think that'll go over well with your customers?
Definitely not. No,
If they call it a gourmet meal.
that's something that we gonna kind of let rest with him. But but my dad, yeah, he like I said, he definitely could cook. So I think that's another reason why I incorporated that with him. With being able to name my catering company after him. So yeah, that's basically it. But like I said, I am working, trying to come up with a dish, a signature dish in his name. So that's coming soon. So y'all be on the lookout.
Okay, so you cater events. You just go from taking contracts, like you just go to the places and deliver the food or whatever, or do you like serve plates, or like how do you do it right now?
So right now, I'm still kind of trying to grow the business. So I book events here and there. So what I do is whoever wants to book my services, I basically get their budget, get what they potentially want on their menu, and their theme, color scheme, and all that. So I work within their budget, and what I do is I go to wherever the venue or wherever the event is, and I set up, you know, everything for them as far as food goes and the cleanup, basically. I haven't really had any events where I have to serve, so it's kind of like a self-serve type thing. I just, like I said, I just do setup and cleanup.
Buffet style.
So yeah, somewhat.
So we're trying to get to the point where you serving like 3-course meals and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You wear the chef hat in the kitchen with the apron and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Fancy.
I'm in the process of getting my apron and my hat now with my business name on it. So
but
yeah.
did you know that there's local businesses that let you come in and cook at their establishments?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but that's good to know.
That's some stuff to look into, you know, to get your name out there, get your face out there a little bit more.
That's good to know.
And I know in the past I've been a customer for when you sold plates, you know. So whenever you need a taste tester, you can just, you know, holler at me and I take samples in plate form.
Word.
In plate form.
I'm sure you will, but I'll keep that in mind. I know all I got to do is call.
So this episode of Raw Talent has been about your ego and ego tripping. You know, in life sometimes our egos get in front of us and we tend to react through emotions instead of setting our pride to the side or our ego to the side and dealing with the reality of the situation the right way, the adult way, in other words. So I just want to know, in relation to your business, has there ever been a situation where you were ego tripping?
I don't know. You gotta explain that to me, like, cause I can't say.
Because I know that you know your when you're building a brand. I know particularly for me, it's been Raw Talent, and you know, and I started getting a running start, and then somebody come along and say, well, you're doing this wrong, that wrong, and this wrong. And no matter how much we as human beings try to think that we got it together, and constructive criticism is, you know, helpful, sometimes it's kind of hurtful to hear that you feel like you're giving your all, and somebody's like, nah, that ain't the right way, or either you trying to do it and it ain't turning out the way you want it to turn out, and it sets you back.
Right.
You know, you got to keep that positive stride, but keep pressing forward at the same time, and take the negative in but spit it back out. And you know, so have you ever had a situation where that had to happen?
I don't think I had a situation where like it's been nobody kind of like crushed my ego or whatever. I just had situations where I've reached out to try to get a mentor or something and I've got no feedback. So I think, I mean, I don't know if you can call that ego tripping.
Well, how did it make you feel when that happened?
It bothered me. It irritated me because it's like it's certain people. Like for instance, when I do the dinner sales, I do those from time to time, and I don't get the support like I expected. Because it's kind of like a lot of people are doing a lot of the same things. So it's like you're not gonna get, like I said, you're not gonna get the support from certain people that you expected because it's other people doing. Yeah, but I'm like,
so you gotta make yourself stand out from the competition.
Right,
that's true. What it is.
And I just feel like, I mean, I'm not trying to take no money from nobody. I feel like it's room for all of us to win. I feel like, it's a lot of people that I see, that sell dinners and all that. But that's just it. They're selling dinners, but like I said, because they're doing it, they're not gonna support what I'm doing because we basically doing the same thing. I think if anything, that is something that kind of
see, and that's an ego tripping thing for you right there. Because just because I write books don't mean I'm not gonna buy the next author's books because I support you, you support me, and that's the problem with the crab in the barrel mentality that this world has, that us as a people have, and why we can't elevate. You know what I'm saying? But
definitely,
as far as needing a mentor, that I feel you on that because you need guidance sometimes, especially when you're trying to build and jump into something that you've never done. And you want to make it bigger, and you just want to make sure, not necessarily somebody to tell you what to do, but kind of be like, well, this is the way that you should go that's best to help you get there. I would say my advice to you is to keep on going and keep that ego to the side. Don't give up.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't give up. Don't slow down. You gotta. One thing about starting a business is you gotta be persistent and consistent at the same time at all times.
Facts.
Because when you slow down, it disappears. Because social media is a mother.
Definitely, yeah.
You could be hot at 820 and dry at 825. That's just
right.
That's how that works.
Yeah, it does get kind of discouraging and difficult sometimes. I be thinking like, dang, I haven't booked any event, in months. But and people ask me, like my stylist, she I did a real big event for her back in January. And every time I sit in the chair, she asks me, you had any events lately? I'm like, no, been kind of slow or whatever. And, that kind of bothers me, like I said, because it's not really going. It don't always go like I want it to. And in certain situations, it doesn't always go like I planned it or like I needed to, like I wanted to in that moment. So it's a struggle sometimes, but I'm gonna keep doing it because I know where I'm trying to get to. Entrepreneurship is what it is for me. Like, I'm gonna be my own boss. I want residual income. I want to make money without having to work every single day. So
understandable. Got you on that. And you got kids, right? So
definitely
gotta leave a legacy for them kids.
Exactly, and that's my biggest thing as well. Like, I want to be able to leave something behind for my kids, and I want them to be able to know the value and appreciate it, and appreciate the hard work that I put in to build what it is that I'm working towards. And and whether they make it their own or they make it something bigger or they keep what I have going on or what,
I can't tell you this. Sometimes we are our own worst critics. Like, for example, for me, I had a book drop in June, July, and August. In June, I sold 50 books in less than 10 days. Hands down. No problem. But when it came down to me selling the books the second round, and I didn't order again until like August, it was like, okay, the books were moving slow, so I was getting frustrated. Like, I'm not selling, but at the same time, you got to look at the market that you're selling to, the people that you're selling to, and the time that you're selling to them. So it's like, if you're looking at the reality of the situation, it's the difference between somebody buying something when school ends. And it's the difference between somebody buying something when school goes back into session, and then you get hit with Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. You know what I'm saying? So me selling a book in the middle of the year is going to be way easier, because if you weren't interested in it, this wasn't part of your plan, and I come up to you like, look, I need you to buy this. Right. And you're about to go on vacation. Okay, sure. I take a book with me
I'm on the plane,
so I can read it. Beach. Now I've sold the books, but it took longer than what I wanted it to do. And sometimes you need to take that pause and slow down and let it work, but it didn't stop my train. You know what I'm saying? I still ended up doing different things. Okay, the book's not selling right now, the t-shirt's not selling right now, but I'm gonna start branching this project and this project and this project and this project. That way I got all this stuff going on, and them books is steadily selling at each of these events that I'm doing with the projects.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, even if I'm going somewhere and I'm just going just to be a spectator instead of being in front, because I'm one of the people that don't particularly like to be in front. For
right,
real.
Yeah.
So,
me too, yeah. Like, I don't have to have the spotlight.
If I'm doing that, I pass you a business card. Like, yo, come to this poetry event and get on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Let me put you in front. Because that's my goal, is to just, with my business, is to hook up with other businesses and other people and push everybody forward. So it's like we have a Raw Talent poetry event with Patrick Lee's Catering. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's bridging the gap and making sure we all supporting each other. And like you said, it's plenty of poets out here.
Yeah.
Plenty of poets.
Right.
And like in the last couple of months, I done learned that Richmond does a lot with the arts. A lot with the arts. It's a lot of different groups of people. And the thing is not to get into the clique mentality.
Yeah.
that, you know what I'm saying, well, I'm cool with Patrick Lee's catering, so I can't support this other catering company over here. Nah, like, we can all, let's take turns. Let's deal with Patrick this time and deal with so-and-so next time. You know what I'm saying? All work together so that everybody has a piece of the pie.
Right.
You know, so it's not a crab in a barrel type situation, you know?
Yeah.
But I do appreciate you for your time. Is there anything else you want the people to know about you, or anything else you want to say, or?
Yeah. Follow my food page. At Patrick Lee's Catering Company is Patrick PatrickLees Catering CATERING
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
On Instagram.
Be sure to support her and support other people.
Yeah, and you can book me. My email is chaeronvalere@icloud.com. CHAERON V as in Victor ALIARE@icloud.com.
Thank you for your time, Chae, and thank you for Patrick Lee's Catering. The food is good, y'all. It's amazing. I'm telling you, macaroni and cheese be hitting. But that's the conclusion of the first Raw Talent experience.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. If you are interested in having your voice heard on my next podcast, simply click the message button on your Anchor app and leave me a message. Don't be shy. All questions and comments are welcome. I challenge you to take care of yourself as good as you take care of those around you. Until next time, peace, love, and hair grease. Tink did not come to play with you hoes. I came to slay, bitch.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.